I'm Roger Molina Hair. I come to you today to give you something really fun. I am filming the last stop motion video of the year for myself, and I will hopefully be done with it by tonight, but it's been a long day already. And I have been in this mannequin frame of mine for several hours and working to get this last little capture of my favorite part of the process of my stop motion, which is the reveal. And the hair tends to go fly everywhere. I've been building this one and messing with this one and shooting it in different ways. And it was the wave and this sort of discovery that just happened. And just by nature, I thought, you know what, let me just shoot this and try to get this captured, because it just changed the consistency of how these sort of pattern waves, this sort of in-out wavery that a lot of us have been doing and been seeing for years, it's now become super consistent with just this little flick of the wrist. And it's really about a comb. So I'm gonna use some that I filmed with this, and some that I'm filming for y'all, and some that I found in other places to help navigate how important the comb will be to your waveries. And if that interests you, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you're gonna start out each section. This is a Michelle mannequin, which has a lot of texture in it. It's by Pivot Point, but you wanna smooth it out really well first. And then you're gonna come back up and flip the hair over the iron a little. Boop. And then as you do, grab your comb and push up against it and slide like that old school finger wave. When you flip back to the opposite side, you're gonna bring the comb in and do the same little push up, pull down, and then to the side slightly. As you drip around and over towards the ends, it gets easier, so you just kind of let the nature take its place. Gravity pulls down and twist. Each section, you'll notice coming at like a diagonal back. I want this hair towards the sides to drift away from the face. So that diagonal back section is a critical element in making it drift the right way. And then when you come back and flip over, I'm going to point out the comb again and probably wear you out on this, but look at all the different elements of it, of how it changes. Like if I want it to really push, I really push. If I want it to sit flat, I don't push at all. So it's sort of combining this new sort of lateral wave, or motorcycle wave I've heard it called, or in-out wave I've heard it called. Who cares what it's called? It's that motion of going and making the wave itself with the flick of the hand. But when you add the little tiny details of it, like moving the hair to the side, for example, like that, it'll just add a different push. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's the right way to do anything. It's just a way to get it to do exactly what you want. You know, like in a lot of my life with these type of curls and these waves, which, you know, we can all agree have been around for a few years, if we navigate it in a way where it's more predictable, and it's easier to teach, it's easier to like show it to our coworkers, and you know, have them have a more consistent result. Even a client being able to try it on themselves. Oh, there's something I want to point out about this little end. You notice it's different. Let me go ahead and rewind it. Okay, so get the same thing takes place. You get the control at the root. You're gonna hold it with the comb, push it down, and then get a little bit of extra tension. And then when you flip back the opposite way this time, that's your final flip. So then hold the ends all the way around and still get the pull down. And it almost goes straight toward the bottom. But those two towards the face are a little different. I kind of want them to whip more. So you increase the flip by increasing tension and maneuvering the tension. So if you go a little bit more tense as you pull, you know, you run the risk of getting more dents, more crimps, more lines. So you almost have to, like in that old school idea of a finger wave, which let's look at an old school finger wave. We'll run one. You'll notice that there's a lot of push and pull with the comb. And so the comb is actually the one that's going to direct the hair. And here on the side, this is super critical because I want it to flow away from the face. So my little pushback with the comb happens away from the face each time. Underneath, when I grab, I pull back. And then on that final flip, if I go out and around, I want to pull it back and away still. So even if I do them slightly different side to side, I want to focus the ends and turn the ends back. And then now we're going to go into stop motion, which is a little funner. But everything happens the exact same way, but what starts to change towards the back is you see it goes towards the horizontal a little bit more. And as the waves get more horizontal, they'll get wider and wider and wider, which is what I'm trying to do for this look. I want this hair to like expand to the biggest possible expansion. I have the most wind that I've ever used for this. I brought in the almighty like wind blowers from the worlds beyond, and I'm gonna take this hair through the loop. So you'll see when this video does actually come out, the beginning, the intro, all these little parts have this elaborate amount of flow and volume. So with this horizontal wave toward the top, it's going to make the top expand and lift up, and the stuff on the side is going to go back away from the face. So it's huge to get directive. You know, horizontal makes it wide and flat, and then diagonals make it move. So you can see how megally consistent you can become with the comb and just utilizing it in these different ways. I've gotten into this versatility with it, and probably a little bit more liberal than normal because it's a mannequin head. And I want to point out that it's really key ingredient in finding new things and trying new things is one of these. And so this one, again, is a Michelle from Pivot Point. If I didn't say so, I don't recall if I did, but this one has a lot of texture in it. It kind of comes out a little bit more like, almost like mine, a little bit tighter maybe. And the way that it blows out and works, it always, it's bespoke, I want to say. Like little pieces will move different ways, and as I'm applying more wind and getting into the shot of these final finishes of this video, the reality is that if I go really consistent, it doesn't look cool, like it doesn't look, I want to say the word avant-garde, but that's not my thing. It's just, it doesn't look raw and natural. It doesn't look like it woke up like that and sort of has this, I love that about hair, its own individual character. And forcing it into a character sometimes is like you're either leaving it natural or you're changing it into what you think it should look like. And this is kind of more of a way to use its natural and have it find its way of looking like bit by bit, slice by slice, and sort of using the comb to direct and pull and alter, I guess, the fabric of it naturally. And that's sort of creating a science out of what used to be, for me, felt like just sort of a guessing game. So I hope that it will really help you out and do that for you and create a little bit more consistency. And it's the simplest thing. Sometimes the comb, I do like this one. I'll put that one like kind of close, so hopefully I can get it. Focus there, little buddy. There it is. I know the numbers don't really matter to everyone, but 30010, I'd always know that. But it's the weaving comb, and it has a little hook on it. So sometimes if I got to reach down and grab one and pull it back in, that comes in key. But this was a lot of fun. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you're going to have the best year of your life in 2024. And without a doubt, go to samvia.com, look at the deals, get into what's happening next year, and find out about some of the education things that we have going on. I know that personally, Roger Molina Hair, myself, will be returning several times over throughout the year to create and bring things for you on this platform and others. So I'm very excited to see what happens this year upcoming. And please go check out my page. On Instagram is where I do the majority of my damage, but sometimes I TikTok. It's all Roger Molina Hair. You guys are fantastic. I wish you the best. You be well. Tell somebody, share it with somebody so that they can see it. And we love you. Be well, my friends.